Alright, it's Roger with iGadgetGeek, and I have another case to review today for the iPhone 5. This is from SwitchEasy, and it is the Bonds series. Now, this does retail for $29.99 at SwitchEasy.com and is available in 5 different colors. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the packaging. As you can see, pretty straightforward packaging, gives you some real good information on the back about the case and the included accessories. So let's go ahead and slide this on out of the package and we'll take a look at what all it comes with. Now, of course, we've come to expect the little goodie package from SwitchEasy, and they definitely didn't leave that out on these iPhone 5 cases. They still include those goodies. Now, this is mainly a two-part case. You have a first TPU layer, and the second layer is actually an aluminum frame in the X pattern. The aluminum frame actually attaches to the TPU with little locking tabs on the aluminum frame, so it does a very good job of sticking or staying in place on this flexible TPU case. So you can see it is a nice high gloss black finish, and it is available in several different colors, as I mentioned. So if you want to buy multiples of these, you can mix and match the colors. Now, into the goodie bag, of course, we get a lot of the accessories we've come to expect. You get your port plugs and your headphone plugs, your 2 screen shield protectors here, and a microfiber cloth and a squeegee. And of course, the installation instructions. So it's real nice that SwitchEasy has continued to include all of those accessories. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Here's the TPU layer. That's what you want to install first. You want to take your iPhone 5, and I like to install it button side first, and then it will just snap right into place. Now, I like to set it face down on a flat surface to attach the aluminum backbone, if you will. And the backbone will only go on in a certain direction. So you can see right by the silent switch there's a little notch, and it will line up to the corresponding notch on the metal frame. Now, once you've installed that, it does actually snap into place, and it gives it a very unique look. And the back of this case, where this X pattern is actually kind of got a raised three-dimensional look, so it's not perfectly flush. As you can kind of see here, has a bit of a raised there in the center. Now, of course, you have nice cutouts here for your 3.5mm headphone jack, your charge port, and your speaker and microphone. Your volume up and down are covered with X's, and your sleep-wake button is also covered. Now, on the side where your SIM goes, there are no openings, just nice, smooth, covered area. You have a nice black trimmed opening for your camera flash and secondary mic. There again, the covers on the buttons are still very responsive. You can actually still feel that tactile feedback when you push those volume buttons. There again, the sleep-wake button is still very responsive, no problems pushing it there. Now, one of the real nice things that SwitchEasy has done here is they do have a bit of a lay on the table, a very slight little lip that actually rings the front face of the iPhone 5. It's a very minimal lip, but it does give you a little bit of protection if you lay this face down. So let's go ahead and pull out these plugs, and we'll go ahead and get them installed and give you guys kind of an idea. Of course, you get 2 of them. You get 2 for the headphone jack and 2 for your charge port. Now, you want to make sure on the headphone jack, because they're not perfectly flush, you want to line those up to kind of correspond with the curve of the case. And once you get them lined up, you want to push them down in there, and it'll kind of give you a nice flush look. And then you want to take one of the charge ports and go ahead and cover that up. Now, by doing that, it's going to give you a nice clean black look all along the bottom of your case. Now, too, the cutout for the silent switch is accessible. It is kind of a thick bumpered case, so you can get to it. You kind of have to get your finger in there. It is a little bit narrow, and it is pretty deeply recessed in there, but I find it's not too bad. You just need to really use the tip of your fingers to get in there to that silent switch. All in all, not that big of a problem. So that has been my full review of the SwitchEasy Bonds case for the iPhone 5, and this has been Roger with iGadgetGeek.